Hello everyone, Fear Marcel here, back at it with another video for you guys. Recently I started to pay off some of my student debt from when I went to college. I started paying it in November, and I started to realize that I should make this a series. Like, I already do a lot of side things, and I just love finding new ways to make money. So I wanted to start a series on this channel within the new year of me trying to eliminate my debt as fast as possible. And within this series, I will just start to create videos, whether it's reviewing apps that are meant for you making money, or whether it's a side hustle, gigs, honestly, whatever the case may be. As I'm just an enthusiast for it, I will put on this channel every single Monday. Since I will be doing my monthly payments, there will be a decrease within every month, but knowing me, knowing I love doing side hustles, it'll be going down every week. Just to be completely honest and transparent with you guys, just because I'm starting this series, I want to tell you guys how much I have in student debt, just so I can see from like 6 months from now how much it's decreased. And so for that, I have $25,850. So yeah, I want to start off this series with this video talking about should you do Postmates in 2020. And just to kick off this series, I want to refer back to a video I made previously talking about the Acorns investing app. As some of you know, I really love that app, and I want you guys to go along with this journey, whether if it's you not even having to pay off your debt, but it's just you becoming smarter with your money. So I want to kick off 2020 for you guys, and if for the next 5 people that use my code down in the description on the Acorns app and you invest $25, not only will you get $5 from Acorns for starting off using my referral code, but I will go ahead and I'll give you that $5 that I got for referring you, and I'll just give right back to you. So off the bat, just starting the new year, you're getting $10 when you put in $25 on the Acorns investing app. Now that's out of the way, let's jump right into the video. So the $1 million question for this video is, should you do Postmates in 2020? And to kind of answer that, I want to break up this video into 3 different parts. One is, should you do Postmates in 2020? Obviously, I'm going to have yes answers and no answers. 2 is for what you should expect if you are going to do Postmates. I have some tips for you guys. And 3 is who I personally recommend Postmates being best for. I will say that in this video, I've gathered a lot of this information based on my personal experience and on the Reddit Postmates Couriers subreddit for all the couriers who do deliveries, where they go ahead and they show where they are mad at deliveries, where they have to drive 20 minutes and they only got a penny tip. And it's also there for people who want to brighten everyone's days by showing off their wonderful tips that they get. I personally went on there and I asked these simple questions to everyone in the forum, and basically I generated a lot of information from this video. So this is not just my personal experience, but it's everyone else in the communities. Now off the back, should you do Postmates in 2020? This is only a question that you're going to be able to answer for yourself. I'm both going to have yes you should do it answers. I'm both going to have no you shouldn't do it answers. And for the yes ones, I think that you should sign up for Postmates because it is an easy job to apply and get accepted for. Do is just go on the app, whether it's you're being referred or you just go on your own, sign up, you go ahead and you give them your information, and you basically are getting sent a bag and Postmates debit card. That is literally it. That is all you have to do, and the whole process takes about 2 weeks if you're lucky, a week. Like right there, you have a source of income that you can do just by giving your information out to the company. Another really big reason why you should do Postmates is because you do not need a vehicle to go ahead and make money. There's no way, shape, or form that you're going to be getting rich off of not using a vehicle, because that's how you maximize your earnings when you're online, is using a vehicle because you're going to get the most orders. But there is possibilities of you generating a small income by either walking or using a bike or motorcycle. My personal experience, I went and I used a bicycle around Pittsburgh to do Postmates. One, because I injured my leg, I tore my hamstring in track. And over the summer, I used Postmates as a sense of rehab to rehab my leg by just biking around the city and just doing some orders. And for those who do not think that you should sign up for Postmates in 2020 or even do it at all, is some I agree with as well, but it's just how you perceive it. Some of their answers were that there's better apps out there, there's better side hustles, that you'll get paid more for the more time you put in. For Postmates, you're probably looking at maybe getting $8 to $12 to $15 per hour if you're lucky, And with other apps, there's some out there that you'll be able to get more out of that. For some of the drivers that responded to me, they stated that there is little to no income after you go ahead and you fix up all the wear and tear from daily driving your vehicle. This can be viewed about all the gas that you put in, the maintenance, the oil, whatever the case may be. They see little to none income on a daily basis after doing Postmates. Now, my personal perspective on that is that those individuals are using Postmates as a side of a full-time, part-time job instead of just a side hustle. So honestly, you should expect to be using a lot of gas, have a lot of wear and tear on your car. If you're trying to do this as a part-time job, you're literally in your car 95% of the time. Those are just things you should expect. Moving on to the next section of this video is what you should expect when you are doing Postmates. I have a couple tips that I've created and some from the community that I'd like to share for you guys. Now, for the first one, I kind of said this one already previously, but for those who are trying to use a bike or want to use a motorcycle as a form of transportation, when doing Postmates, do not expect a lot of deliveries. Postmates is going to match you up for deliveries that are close within a small radius than the ones that are traveling across town, simply just because you're on a slower form of transportation. So while when you're in a vehicle, you may be lucky to get 3 deliveries an hour, you might only get 1, maybe 2 an hour if you're on a bike. The second thing you should expect, and this is everyone's favorite, tips. Now, I did do a survey on the Postmates Courier subreddit, and with that information that I got a number that out of 10 orders that you do, you will get tipped 7.5 times. All I did for the survey is for individuals to go back to their last 10 orders and tell me how many times they got tipped on the last 10. So that's basically how I got the number 7.5, because I took all the information I got, divided by how many individuals reached out and told me, and that's how I got that number. For those who honestly got a low number of tips when I asked, or they're just simply trolling by either telling me 0 or 1, whatever the case may be, a lot of factors can factor into that. Some of it being that you're delivering to, college students or younger people, they just simply don't tip. Whether you're delivering fast food like McDonald's or Chipotle, some of those times those people don't tip because they're buying a $6, $7 meal, so they're just like, I'm not tipping. And some of it's just the area that you are working in. Maybe it's just like a low income area and just people are just normally don't have that money just to be handing out. So these are just factors that you should think of whether you are focusing on the area or what you're picking up. Now, for the third tip, when you are debating on accepting order, if you are a driver, you are not going to be able to see the contents of the order, whether it's a big order or a large order. But if you are a biker, you're able to see the contents of that delivery just to know if you're going to be able to handle carrying all of it. I personally found this very helpful from when I was biking. Even though I had a little basket and a backpack to carry people's orders, it's still really helpful information to know whether I'm not going to be able to pick up something. Like, for example, if I wanted to accept something from a pizza place, if I knew it was going to be a pizza, I wouldn't have accepted it. But if it was going to be like some chicken wings or chicken tenders from there, I would easily accept that. Now, for the fourth tip, and this one is around tax season, is that you are basically an independent contractor for Postmates. So what this means, if you made over $600, you're going to be sent a 1099 MISC form, and you're going to have to apply as a self-employed person and do a Schedule C or CEZ. Now, with that being said, you are able to deduct some of the expenses you do directly for Postmates, whether that's buying a beater car, buying phone holders or chargers strictly to keep your phone on, stuff like that. Like, personally, my bicycle I wrote off because I did it strictly for Postmates. So there's some of those things that you can deduct from your expenses. Now, to wrap up this video, who do I personally recommend Postmates for? And to come to think of it, it's a simple answer. I think Postmates is good for individuals who want to make something when they're doing nothing. Personally, I can't view Postmates as being a full-time job, so I recommend Postmates for individuals who have free time, whether that's high schoolers, people who are driving home from work and they want to just pick up a couple dollars. You're driving home from work, you're passing restaurants on the way there, turn on Postmates, maybe you might get an order that's taking you into your neighborhood. There's a couple of extra bucks right there. I also see Postmates being useful for people who are rent splitters. Maybe they live in a house of like 4 or 5 people, so their rent or the amount of bills and utilities that they have to pay is not that much and it's being split. I can see Postmates as being a source of income to just eliminate some of those utilities. Honestly, I just can't view Postmates as your #1 full-time job. I can view it good as a side job. So yeah guys, that's a lot of information that I said in this video. I'll even leave all the information I just said down in the description below because I know it's a lot. Hopefully you do find it insightful, and whether or not you're going to sign up for Postmates, I'll leave my referral code down in the description below if you want to sign up. I'll get a little kickback if you go ahead and you do. I think in some areas it might be 55, 65 deliveries within a certain day. I can, and I know the community could go on and on talking about if you should do it, why you should, why you shouldn't. So why don't you go ahead and leave your personal belief down in the description below. Tell us why you believe so. Let's just make this comment section a bulletin board for those who are looking to do Postmates. And alright, yeah, that's all I have for this video, guys. It's Fear Marcel here. It's not the name, it's the brand. Make sure you do what you can. I'll catch you guys in my next video. See ya!